Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to A Clash of Kings. Now, if you're looking for good deals on games, you can check out the link in the description to G2A, a digital marketplace for all your gaming needs. Well, most of them at least. And so, yes, when we left off, we didn't have Aegon being a stupid idiot. Yes, and I am not afraid to call him that, because he knows. He knows, and whenever we're in a conversation, he's like, yes, I am the best tactician that Westeros and Essos combined have ever known. And then Elias just goes, I see. And he looks down to the floor, and then he's just wishing that he wasn't standing in front of Aegon anymore. And he wishes he could smash a watermelon over his head and then eat it, because that's some sweet idiot watermelon right there, and I don't know what I'm talking about. But I do know that we are going to be helping him, hilariously enough. Not entirely sure why. Yeah. You know, if I had any sense, which I do not, I would definitely let him die, or let him get captured in this respect. So, before we head on in here, we actually do have a couple of companions. I did head over to Qohor, by the way. Luckily enough, nothing very much happened. The only thing that happened was John Connington parentheses, which is now his name, actually held a feast, and I actually wanted to participate in that because I had a feeling that there might be a tournament going on, and I thought, ooh, yes, that would actually give us a good amount of money, and we'd be able to invest it more. And speaking of invest, I actually put 20,000 of our coins gained from prisoner management and various things into the Iron Bank. So we're going to be seeing a little bit more gain there. I actually also bought a weavery and dye works at one of the Volantis towns. So hopefully that's going to make a good difference in the amount of money that we're going to gain. Of course, we do have a huge amount of prisoners as well in the form of enemy vassals, which is rather amusing to me. Now, with this, with Belacqo Mentarius, what are we going to be doing with you? Well, I don't know. That's the thing. I would like to get you more power strike, but you are absolutely terrible. I mean, literally, his armor is just atrocious, and I'm going to really need to get him some more. But for now, what I do want to level up is Trainer. He is going to be our sort of, I don't know, stout, I'm a very gruff man, and I am going to be the warrior archetype with a little bit of trainer skill thrown in, and eventually he's going to be a heavy cavalry, so that should be nice in my opinion. Let's get him a little bit more one-handed, and let's just actually see whether I have anything for him. I could have given him this if I went for an additional strength point. Well, he is only level 11, so it's not going to be too long until he gets the opportunity to do that. I think I might... No, I think I like his curved sword quite a bit. We could give him this, though. There we go. That looks a little bit better, doesn't it? Thank you very much. Thick mail boots could also go to him. There we are. Okay, so yes, we do want to use this as well with Elias. So once we get to 20 strength, we'll be able to use that. I just can't believe it's such a huge amount, but I suppose it is a heavy plate armor set. So yes, it is definitely, yeah, going to be pretty tricky to use effectively. Okay, so yeah, okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to head on to Lineria here, because she needs to level up. And what are we going to get her? Well, that's the thing. She already has 3 in power draw. I would like to get her more. So, yeah, I think she's just going to be like a straight-up archer, because right now I don't think anything else is really going to sort of fit her, as it were, because horse archery, no, she has no riding skill, no horse archery to speak of. Otherwise, she just has 2 in leadership, weapon master, some power draw, and iron flesh. That's it. So, as long as we can get to about 18 strength, maybe 21 strength, she'll be a very, very deadly adversary for our opponents. And then, of course, Elias has advanced in level. I also did go down and picked up some Qohoric peasants, farmers, and they've leveled up, thanks to our trainer skill, into veteran Qohoric scythemen. Now, personally, I am not a big fan of the scythemen at all, unless we are fighting against cavalry or infantry that are kind of bad, because these guardsmen and these macemen right here, they are insane. They're really good. Now, I'm not entirely sure whether I agree with leveling up the macemen into guardsmen, because if you can see here, do they have... Ah, they do have a shield. Okay, well, that makes my mind much more at ease, because I was really worried looking at... well, not that. Indeed. Yes, thank you. Indeed. Really? Really? Okay, but yes, here are their stats. They have huge amounts of Iron Flesh. They have 69 HP, and they also have a huge amount in shield. So they are ultimate defensive units, and they're probably going to survive a rather long time. But yes, as you could see beforehand, they didn't seem to have a shield, but now they do. So I guess it's absolutely fine to level them up into guardsmen. I was a little bit worried that they would just have a one-handed mace and a bow or something along those lines. But yes, the main reason why I'm kind of not really happy with the Scythemen is because they use shields and scythes. Now, using shields is absolutely fine. They can prevent themselves from being killed by archers and things like that. But the problem with it is that they are pretty bad against other infantry, at least from what I've seen. Well, maybe that will be different when we go in to help Aegon in just a second. Now, another point in strength it is, by the looks of things, for Elias here. And what else are we going to go for? Well, power draw. Because we're going to be getting 21 in strength, and that will then mean that Iron Flesh and Power Strike will be leveled to 7. And by that time, it would be kind of nice to have Power Draw a relatively similar amount. So let's get a little bit more in one-handed weapon proficiency. We have a huge amount of weapon points. Wow. Yes, we have a huge amount of weapon points right there. Apparently, I did not spec for quite some time. And there we go. Okay, so let us head in to Greenstone, because that's exactly what I wanted to do. Thank you very much. Can I not head in here? Yes, now I can. That was a little bit weird. Okay, move in to help. Yes. Oh, it's never a good sign when you're helping your liege, the leader of your faction, no less, and you have exactly the same amounts of units as two random vassals from another faction. That's just great, isn't it? Absolutely. Okay, so hopefully these guys have a huge amount of cavalry, or hopefully not, depending on your point of view. But I really don't want to be fighting a huge amount of infantry that are actually good, because our Scythemen are not going to be very good at defeating them, to say the least. So, okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. We have 64 of my own units on the battlefield. Hopefully, many of them are going to prove themselves worthy of being part of Stumble's army. Oh, yeah, it should be called that, actually. It should be called Stumble's army, so yes. But otherwise, I think we're okay. I mean, are we going to stumble? Are we going to stumble? I don't know. Let's see, shall we? I think this might be why Aegon loses. Is he just... No. It doesn't seem like he's charging in. I actually thought, oh, he's just going to charge straight on in there. But no. He's actually being a little bit cautious and using his AI-coded brain for once. Because, oh, we know him. We know him to get taken prisoner at every available opportunity. He's just like, oh, please take me prisoner, guys. And then they take him prisoner, and then he's just like, oh, but could you let me go now? And they're like, no. And yes, it's not good. It's not good at all, no. He just seems to have some sort of allure to getting taken prisoner all the time. Not entirely sure why, but I suppose Elias is then there to always rescue him in some fashion or another, and then Aegon's just like, oh, thank you so much, Elias. I won't call you Stumble any further, or will I? And then Elias just goes, I see. Yes, I see. I see flaws you have here. Let me not slip on them. Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly. The best puns are us. TM. Yep, that should be my channel name, really. But anyway, we are going to be telling our people to charge in. We do have a couple of heavy infantry. Heavy infantry? No. No. We don't want to be charged again. Thank you very much. I will want to thrust into him, though. Thank you very much. Okay, wow, that was worrying. That was very worrying. I should really just use my shield up until the point that I need my two-handed. Oh, yes. Yes, as you can see, Aegon seemed to charge in a little bit too soon, in my opinion. But I suppose that's just how he is, isn't he? Okay, well, I suppose we'll try and deal with him the best we can. Let's try and take out these guys here. Yep, come on. Yes, there we go. Okay, come on. A little bit more damage here that we need. Do we need... Can I actually survive without taking any damage? That would be nice. Yes, there... Oh, we took out Lord Eldon Estamont, and I am now being shot. Oh, no. Oh, my. Okay, so those guys really mean business. Wow, they're actually firing in volleys. Very impressive. I definitely need to get more acquainted with the volley skill, or at least the volley tactic that you can actually use in the formations, as far as I'm aware. Can I actually do that right now? Let's just have a look at. No, well, we can go ranks. I suppose that's good. But we can also go, I would assume, fire orders. And no, apparently that doesn't say volley either, but I just need to find it in some way. I definitely need to find it, because that would be very cool to see. Maybe when we get a couple more archers, that would make a difference. These guys are skirmishing with us now, which is highly irritating. Now, is Aegon still alive? That's the thing. I don't think he is. I think he's already been eliminated, which is kind of sad, but I suppose that's just how it is, isn't it? So, come on. Yes. Come on, take them down. Thank you very much. Yes, there we are. Okay, so we haven't stumbled yet. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Oh, no. One of our mounted units has lost their horse. We cannot have that. Okay, well, yes, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay. Now, come on. You can get... Okay, wow, that was amazing. Okay, let's see this guardsman kill... Okay, never mind. It's actually not a guardsman. It's a mace man. But anyway, wow, that was actually very successful indeed. I was really thinking that we would have many more casualties than we did. I suppose Aegon actually took the casualties for us, so props to him. Do I mean that? I'm not entirely sure. Do I? Yes. He killed one enemy. Isn't that just like him? It's basically me, isn't it? It's basically me whenever I go up against a huge army or something and I just run in by myself. I used to do that a lot more often than I do now, which is, yeah, nightmares. The stuff of nightmares, that is. Okay, well, anyway, he has now advanced in relation quite considerably. That's actually really nice. And you have my deepest thanks. Now let us give thanks to the heavens for our victory. No, you could just thank me. I just came along and helped you. And mourn the many fine men who have fallen today. Well, they were just your men, so yes, I don't really need to worry about that too much. Oh, I was really hoping that Elias would say, I see, but apparently he had too much to do and he couldn't spare 2 words. Well, technically I is just a letter, but still. Point is. There we go. Okay, so we now have 40 prisoners, which is really nice in my opinion. I actually really like that. So let's just level up these guys a little bit here. And there we go. Okay, so we still have 84, which is great. Really, really do like to have a maximum army capacity. Ooh, here we go. Battered, heraldic, heavy plate armor. Actually very nice. And we do have some crude mail gauntlets too. So is that actually better than what we have? 53-18, 53-18. And it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same apart from the look. So it depends on what kind of look we want. I actually think that the battered heavy plate armor looks a little bit better than the other. But it really doesn't matter either way, I suppose. So, yes, there we go. We'll allow that to be collected by our companions. Thank you very much. And now Aegon, hopefully, will go and get his army restored. Yes, and hopefully he won't just run off. Was that just him running off to the left there? I hope not. I hope he is still in the garrison. Yes, he is. Okay, so he still has 66 units in his army. Hopefully we'll see all of them restore themselves back to their full strength, and then we'll be able to, well, then he'll be able to actually do something useful, which would be nice. Oh, Lorath. Lorath has, oh wow, yes, Lorath, yes, we once knew him to be a very viable faction. Yes, but no, Lorath has been defeated. That is unfortunate, because I was actually thinking of going over and taking that and maybe... Oh. Wow, it was taken by Bravos. Okay, well that's actually pretty scary. Because if we are going up against the Bravosi sometime later on, we are going to have trouble with their two-handers. They are exceedingly good. But anyway... Wow, that's a little bit worrying, isn't it? Okay, well, yes, that's going to be a long time coming, because obviously we are just starting off with our house right now, House Targaryen, of course. And I'm still kind of surprised that there are only 16 units in the garrison here. That's a little bit weird, isn't it? But I suppose that's just Aegon for you, isn't it? Okay, so let's take a look here. What do we have? Okay, so we have 4 level ups to Scytheman here. A couple more there. Can I actually click? Thank you. And Mace Man. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So that's looking pretty good. Now, we are going to go to the Weeping Town because, as I stated in the previous episode, I did have the intention... Oh! Hello there! They all seem to be coming outside. That's excellent. Wow. They have a huge amount of Golden Company units as well, which I very much appreciate. Where is Aegon, though? He doesn't seem to be there at all. Or he is there, but I can't see him right now. But anyway, they are all coming out. Hopefully, they will decide to be like, oh yes, we want to go and help that fellow that seems to know what to do. And then they'll say, Elias, we're going to help you. And then Elias will say, I see, because he always does. But anyway, what I was going to say was I would like to head on to Mistwood, if we can. And I would also like to sell these prisoners. 4,000 coins. Excellent. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, so I think we're pretty happy here. This is actually a companion, if I recall correctly. Ha! I'm just yanking your tail. I ain't pondering nothing. Not wondering. Bit drunk though, but what can I do for you? People call me Melly Waterman because, well, that's my name. I'm a member of House Waterman. We're from the north. My brother is sworn to Lord Bolton, but daughters, they're not supposed to run around in mail and fighting with swords. White Harbour is where most highborn ladies end up if they don't marry. Special sort of woman who doesn't marry, and they're quite content in White Harbour. All those scepters, huh? Used to be House Waterman held sway over much of the Lonely Hills, but that glorious past is, well, in the past. Would you like to join me? Well, yes, taverns do get rather Yes, that always happens, doesn't it? That always happens to me, doesn't it? Okay, so that is pretty terrible, isn't it? Okay, so are we going to lose anyone here? Are we actually going to lose anyone? Yes, I suppose we are going to lose one scytheman for Melly. Hopefully she will actually be good in comparison to our other companions. So yes, would you like to join me? How much are you? 6,000. Wow. Okay. Well, yes, okay. Sure. Fine. Okay, we're gonna do that because I'm interested to see what kind of stats she has. Because most of the companions we have so far have only been 100 or, if that, 300. So, let's just actually see what kind of skills she has. She is level 9, she actually has some pretty good weapon proficiencies. She is going to be turned into a heavy cavalry along with Belacqua. They can work together pretty well by the looks of things. Look at that, 5 in riding skill, that's very, very good. And her equipment... Her equipment is okay, not great. Gonna be... Oh, no. Yeah, it's going to attempt, at least, to give her these mail gauntlets when I can. But obviously right now, she doesn't have the strength requirements. So, yes, that will be actually pretty good. Okay, that's nice. And 6,000 isn't actually that much because we actually just gained 4,000 from the prisoners. So, technically, we've only spent 2,000. So, it's pretty good. Okay, so let's take a look at Mistwood real quick, and let's see what's going on there. Ooh, we have a couple of lords that want to attack us, of course. And apparently Harmer Dog's Head is around here. I'm actually not entirely sure where, because the forest is so dense, but for now, I am going to be ending this episode off here. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.